chapter of SLA. Thank you so much for giving me a chance to come and visit you and also to do this video for people who weren't able to make the event. My name is Jill Strand and I'm running for President-elect of the Special Libraries Association. And for those of you who don't know me, I'll just give you a little brief intro. I've been active in the association since library school, serving as a leader for chapters, divisions, and association level committees. I also write the market share column for Information Outlook, which is sharing members' experiences on how to market themselves within their organizations, and is loads of fun. And also, I think most importantly, I'm active in SLA because I'm very passionate about making sure that people outside of our world, non-librarians, understand the value of what we do and that we bring to our organizations. So, a little personal information. I've lived in Arizona, South Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Swaziland, and Minnesota, kind of, sort of in that order. I have 15 nieces and nephews who range in age from 5 months to 25 years, and that does make me a great aunt, something I'm still coming to terms with. I have, hopefully I'll get this right, 2 cats, 2 sisters, 4 parents, 1 husband, as of far, more books and shoes than I care to count. And I recently earned my first degree black belt in Kung Fu, which is not that impressive. Tall 10-year-olds can still take me. And although you're not here, I have this handout for you on my LinkedIn page. You can go check it out. It's called Further Up, Further In for SLA. And there's a picture of me at 14 to show that I was not always this poised and polished. So enough about me, let's talk about SLA. As many of you know, the association is at a crossroads right now. We have some big challenges. We've been losing members for many years, and that has meant we've had fewer people coming to the conference, and that's a big financial hit for the association because the member fees and the conference make up 80% of our operating revenue. And we've been fortunate that the board, SLA headquarters staff, and the finance committee have done an amazing job of trying to cut costs and contain costs, but it's not something we can do forever. And as one of your fellow New York chapter members, Bill Norlander, has said, we can allow ourselves to be managed by events, or we can manage events where we want to be. So here's what I think that we should consider doing. We need to ask ourselves what we're trying to accomplish as an association and focus on the end game. We need to ask ourselves why we're losing members and think about the services that we're offering to our members that they value and who our core audience is. And also, how do we differentiate ourselves from other professional associations? We also need to broaden the conversation between members and leaders. And I think we could do this with a number of different ways. Some things we're already doing with Twitter talks, short podcasts to give members little quick bite-sized chunks of what's going on with the association, the progress we're making, or even podcasts where they could chime in and share their thoughts and ideas as well. And we need to maximize the tools we already have. And by that I mean the alignment research that was done a few years ago, and more recently the loyalty project research. I think there's a lot of insight there that could guide us on a path to go forward that we haven't made the most of. Longtime member Toby Pearlstein of the Boston chapter noted recently, we have all this wonderful data that we haven't put fully utilized in a meaningful way for our membership. And I think we need to maintain the momentum of the plan that we have in place right now, the strategic agenda. This is taking a hard look at several areas of the association, from the annual conference to professional development to enriching the volunteer experience for members so we can develop in-demand skills, to opening ourselves up to new markets through collaboration, and also looking at growth through a diversity of professional activities. So I have a quote that kind of describes how I feel about having become a librarian, and it's by C.S. Lewis from his book The Last Battle. And it says, "I have come home at last. This is my real country. I belong here. This is the land I've been looking for, but I didn't know it until now. Come further up and come further in." And I see that now as a rallying cry for all of us to work together to move our association forward. We have the tools and we have a plan. We just need to take it further up and further in to see where it can lead us. I think we need a comprehensive effort to evaluate the findings of the alignment and loyalty research and synthesize that with what we're learning right now from the strategic agenda. This could help us develop a set of recommendations to guide us forward. And then I think that information could help us also to say, okay, here's what we want to be, how do we get there? And I think we also need to invite feedback from our members on those recommendations and tweak them a little bit as needed. And at that point, we could be sending the recommendations to the board for implementation. and it would be their responsibility to carry it forward. Certainly there might be things that would require a member vote, but we look to the board to make sure that they keep things moving forward for us. So I see myself as the catalyst, connector, and collaborator who can work with SLA, HQ staff, leadership, and members to take SLA further up and further in to meet our challenges and develop a long-term strategy for the future. So as members who are obviously active and engaged, because you're watching this right now, I encourage you to share your thoughts with SLA members, leaders, and myself and others, and take an active part in this dialogue. You know, we really do need to honor our past, but we also have to be able to move forward and see where we can go and look at what we're willing to become. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, and if you have any questions, all my information is on my LinkedIn page. Please follow me on Twitter at JillInfoPro, and I look forward to talking to you more. Thank you.